What's up, guys? And as you can see, we are over here in Lone Star Lake today. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over how you can go from a beginner to a pro in just a few minutes. And with that, let's go ahead and hop right into it. Okay, guys, so looking at the map, you can see that I've marked the deep spots on the map that I like to fish and what I have fished before. I marked these deep spots since these are where catfish can be. Once you have enough money, which I will be showing you how to get money, but once you have enough money, you can buy bottom rigs and you can catch carp and catfish and multiple other types of species. Now, when it comes to the best spot to fish, this little bridge right here is probably one of the best spots to fish. You just come out in the middle here and you fish these spots here. A license allows you to catch fish that you cannot catch normally. So spotted bass, for example, you cannot catch them without a license. I am hooked in a weed. But you cannot catch them without a license. You need a license to at least store them. So you can make money. If you don't, then, well, you can get fined for it. And fine will take away money. So you really want a license. I think minimum for license is $300. I may be wrong, though. But I think that's what minimum is. Okay, guys. So when it comes to rods, you should have two. A bass rod and a topwater rod. This is my bottom rig since I have been fishing a different lake, but let's not get into those yet. Going back to our bass rod, I'm going to show you how to rig it up. So you will already have one of these in here, one of these rods. I believe. I may be wrong, but I cannot take it out, as you can see, and it's making me mad, so you already have one of these in your inventory. You want to go here to this one at this point right below the backpack area. You can see rods, reels. You're gonna go ahead and take your reel, and go ahead and equip it to that slot. I like braided since in real life braided is a lot better, so I go with real life rather than game. But you can do mono, fluoro, it doesn't really matter. You just gotta have some line. Now you don't need any hooks for this, so you can go straight on to lures. I'm gonna do the mini bass rig, and you go ahead and equip that right here. Now if you want, you can go ahead and get a grub and throw that in the bait area, so now you have a grub in the middle. It's just something, if you want to do it, you can. So now you have your first setup rigged. Now you can go ahead and exit, and your guy will automatically switch to it. If not, you may have to press 1. Oh, sorry for the text in the bottom right, by the way, or left. Now, if you press right click, you can have this little thing pop up, this little pinpointer pop up. So now you can find out where you want to cast. If you look at the right of my screen, you can see that bar starts to go up once I click left click. And you want to try to get it as close to the middle as possible. That will give you the perfect cast, basically what you're looking for. Now with this rig, guys, I recommend casting here just because, I mean, this is the spot that I always fish. This is how I made a lot of money. I like setting it to 3 and just making it go on the surface. This makes it glide on the surface, and the fish will die for that. It is pretty common to get a fish. It also depends on your weather and time of day, and just basically it depends on them, not really you. This area right here is a favorite for a lot of people. In my opinion, it's not my favorite. As you can see, if you mess that cast up, it won't go far at all. Alright. Let me try casting in there again. You got to get it within the white bar. Oh, there it is. There, we got one. This is a crappie. Crappie don't make that much. That's why some others are really good. Spotted bass making around $100 per fish. We can go ahead and keep that guy. And I've just been going on the surface. Let me just go ahead and cast real quick. It don't matter. It don't need it far. But I just do this. And this corner right here, where my rod's pointing to, and this corner right here. Going into inventory again, going to your person slot right here. These are all upgradable. This is, I have a tripod so I can put my rod in. The fish net, if you go to shop, tools and equipment, keep nets, you can upgrade these. You want to upgrade these and keep going, since this one can hold 8 pounds and max single weight fish is 3 pounds, while this smaller one is max single fish weight is 1 pound, total fish weight is 4.4 pounds. So that means this one's better. So in that case, you want to buy this keep net. When it comes to rod cases, these cost a little bit more, but these allow you to have more and more reels. So right now I have the two rods, 2 reels, 2 lines. As you get more progressive on in the game, you will be able to get more and more rods that can be able to fit in this. Also, as you level up, you get to gain more stuff. So this one's level 3. Let's say I hit level 10, which I'm almost there. It's hard to get levels in this game, don't judge me. Let's say you hit level 10, then the next one pops up. Now it's a level 10 and you can have 3 rods, 3 reels, 3 lines. And you can keep upgrading that over and over and over again. Same thing with the keep nets. You do that and it's just more. Going to reels, you don't need cast reels. All you want to do is stick with your Spin Master, Mini Spin, Calisco, your spinning reels. You just want to stick with your spinning reels. Those are the best for starter games, or like when you're starting. I don't do many missions, but I do recommend it since you get rewards. So let's say I want to track this mission. Now if I complete the mission, I will get one of these coins and $1,300. Let's go to Rocky Careful Angler. Oh, I want to track this mission. Give it a sec. Alright, so if I want to track this mission, I make one of these and $1,300. You can do this with every single mission. So missions are good to do because they give you money. And normally a fair amount. More than you'll make fishing. Going back to map, if you want to claim your fish, you go ahead and click leave and go back to globe. I made $18 from that crappie I caught. You go ahead and click close and it sends you to the globe. Here I am at the globe. Now I've only unlocked 4 so far. You start off with Lone Star Lake, and I think you start off with Rocky Lake? I might be wrong though. But I think you start off with 2 lakes. One is not free, and Lone Star Lake, the very starter, everybody's played it. Unless you're just getting into the game. But Lone Star Lake is the very starter one. You don't need to pay anything. As you can see, travel costs $0. Let's say Emerald Lake, if I come up here, travel cost is now $3,000 because you're going to a different location. Let's just say I want to fish up here in Alaska. This one is $10,000. Or Kajinori, which is like near Japan, that's $33,000. This is the other base game one, where you don't need to spend any levels. This one up here, $60,000. So it costs a lot of money to travel. So you want to be doing missions to make that money. Once you're at Globe, you can buy more stuff. So if I go to Keep Nets, you can see I can buy more and more Keep Nets. This one can max weight per single fish is 5 pounds. Total fish weight is 26 pounds. If I go to this level 23 one, max single fish weight 22 pounds. Max total fish weight is 88 pounds. So you progressively get more and more. You can also buy rods when you're in Globe. So let's say I have $2,000 and I might want to buy one of these spin rods. Sorry, not spin rods. Those things suck. Spinner reels. Then you can go ahead and buy those. You don't have to worry about boats much right now. That's just something that, people have later on in game. It does not affect you right now. Licenses you do want. I don't think there's anything that I really want though there for now. Ground baits, you don't need that. Baits, so like common baits would be bread, cheese, pearl, pet food. Pet food is really good for catfish. Terminal tackle, so hooks, bobbers, bells, sinkers, feeders, rigs like Carolina rigs and stuff. Levels play a big part, like I said. In order to get more maps, you need to level up. So when I reach level 10, as you can see, I am getting close, but once I reach level 10, I can go to Netheran River in North Carolina, where I live IRL. And I've fished that place IRL before too. So in this place, IRL is really lovely to fish. It's a nice place to fish. You get some big fish out of there. So that's level 10. Next, I make it to level 18. Now I can go fish the Everglades in Florida. I've done that before too. And as you get later on in the game, then you get level 30, then you get level 38, and progressive 46, 105, it doesn't matter. You keep getting more and more levels, more and more maps, and you can also level up your Keep Nets as you go on. Going back into Lone Star. Okay, going back to Lone Star here. If you want to bottom fish, once you have all the stuff you need to bottom fish, there are tutorials on how to get stuff. But these are my two favorite spots. This area right here. Let me go ahead and reel this in. So that little buoy right there, and that little buoy over there. That buoy right there is my favorite spot. I'll show you how to access this. So you can come on the left or right side, it doesn't matter, but you follow this trail up here. I will speed this up a little bit. Once you reach this lower part of the gate, then this is where you start fishing. This is the deepest spot in the map. I believe it's 10 to 15 feet. I believe it's around that area right now. This is my favorite area to fish in this lake, pond. I don't really care what it's called. You cannot get over this fence, and you cannot go through here, or you cannot get through here. It's just impossible. The map won't let you. Alright, moving on. You go ahead and cast right there in the middle of that buoy, and it goes ahead and sinks to the bottom, and then you just wait. It doesn't really matter. Now, I bet you can see at the right of my screen how there are 3 boxes. Your reel, your rod, and your line. Those are your, how do I put this? like how strong or how much time you have left on your rods. So let's say it's about to break. That's the word I'm looking for. It shows how far it is into breaking. My line is 97%, so I mean it's still really good. It's still intact. It's not breaking yet. 95% for my rod. That's still intact. And 79%. So it's starting to lose some health. It's around a quarter of the way there. Yeah. Those are what those symbols mean. Alright, so when you are at this area, I believe you spawn in here. If you look right behind you, you can come over to this little patch and press E on the keyboard. And you get red worms. I think you can also get certain grubs too out of that. But yeah, for beginners, I think this is a pretty good guide just to get started. Let me know down in the comments below what you need to know next. And I feel like with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Night.